You're absolutely going to have enough this month. You're going to find yourself on a major crossroads in your life. Once you find yourself on a major crossroads in your life, very, very important for me to mention at this moment in time is the fact that the answer to this crossroads, to this dilemma, to this issue that you're going to have, it's going to be in your past. At around a similar time, you're going to feel an absolutely mind-blowing connection with certain parts of your past, with certain aspects of your past. The answer is going to be in your past, because the vibration and the energy and the feeling that you are going to have at the same time, it's going to help you to get back to yourself. Okay, so this is pretty much so spiritually, you coming back home to yourself, realizing that the essence of your purest power is going to be in those things that only make sense to you, in things that are helping your life to progress, but at the same time, the importance of ignoring the negativity as much as you possibly can, because you're gonna find yourself having enough of so much around you, but it's nothing to do with your particular like a situation, but it's just it was affecting you, and now this is going to be great moment this month, and most certainly, most importantly, it's going to be playing an important role when it comes to you making a quite big mama decision within the last 11 days in February 2022. There is going to be the situation that is going to take place, and the way you're going to respond to this situation, it's going to be completely different the way you would normally respond to. And this is where you're going to realize how much you are changing, but also how important it is to keep on following your own light and to ignore and avoid things that don't make sense. This is important for your own personal spiritual growth as well. But even more significant situation that is going to take place on the very last day of February, on the 28th of February, it's the opportunity that it's going to come out of it. This opportunity is going to make you feel alive again. You will like it, my gorgeous Capricornians. I know exactly how much this is going to mean to you, because it's about you waiting. You have been waiting for a long time, and this has affected not only your life in general, but it affected so many different aspects of your life. It affected your feelings, your emotions, it affected your love life, it affected so many other things, apart from just things that you are trying to achieve and things that you are working on. You are gonna have a really big moment this month. You are gonna start moving on, and this is good. You're gonna like it. My advice, like pretty much so, is choose one little aspect of your life that you want to take on the next stage, something that was stuck in the middle, and something that affected your way of thinking, something that affected your way of planning. So this is why this is going to be so important. So pick one part of your life from the beginning of February, my gorgeous Capricornians. Pick one part of your life, something that you want to achieve, something that you want to make happen, and ignore the negativity, because that negativity is making people very sensitive. So this is why I need to stress this so much, because it's to do with your passion, it's to do with your uniqueness, it's to do with you giving a credit to yourself, by at the same time realizing that this in itself is giving you gorgeous wings to grow. Very important month for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, and it's for February 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Capricorn, and it's for February 2022. Do you know what your number is? Number 33. It's like, oh my lord, things are finally gonna start getting together. But once they start getting together, you will see where they lead. You will see where they lead. It's going to lead towards something so important, an important stage, an aspect of your life. It's going to be evident, and you will want to do it. You will want to be part of it, because you will feel the vibration that you didn't feel in a long time. So this is why this is so important. You are in for something really big. You are in for something massive. You are in for something enormous, because your energy is going to be super bright throughout the actual February when it comes to manifestation. And that's why I keep on saying, you know, how important it is to pick one particular aspect of your life. Don't waste your energy, you know, by kind of choosing too many things. Pick one little aspect of your life that you want to kind of take on the next level, next stage. But this must be connected to your uniqueness, to things that you're weird about, you know, the things that you are good at, you know, the things why you're here on this earth. Every single one of us has got something unique, something special about us. It's about your own unique gift, the things that you love doing, you know, things that you love kind of, things that make you really creative, things that make you feel alive, things that makes you feel really brilliant, things that are so positive for your personal vibration. My God, 33, it's time when 33 numerology is like means that, you know, things are going on the next level, but they're also going to happen in such a way where you're really going to be surprised. And this is why I said, you know, that the very important aspect of yourself, it's going to be highlighted once you feel that connection with your past, because there is a lot going to be answered. But this vibration is going to be impossible to ignore. It's brilliant. It's going to rejuvenate you, but it's also going to make you feel alive again. I'm not saying that you didn't feel alive, but this is going to be like, oh my God. Just if somebody who's so thirsty, you know, and drink lots of water, you know, in that moment of thirst, you know, thirsted, you know, in that moment of thirst, you know, it's that, this is how I can describe this, you know, this feeling, this emotion that you're going to be going through. So it's going to be almost impossible to ignore, you know, this vibration. So it's the 33 when it comes to the actual whole month of February. It's about you pretty much so having an absolutely mind-blowing progress in your life. But this progress in your life, it's going to come from you unlocking your secret power, unlocking yourself. And the way to unlock yourself is just avoid negativity as much as you can. Avoid negative people. Avoid people who don't make sense. Avoid people who are sucking your energy. Avoid people who are draining your energy. Avoid like a conflict as much as you possibly can. And the reason why I say this, because you're going to have the power throughout the months of February, you're going to have this power to kind of see things that you didn't see before, to sense things that you didn't see before. And that is going to give you the power to read in between the lines. And once that happens, like, oh my God, you're going to become unstoppable. It's all about getting the spiritual key. The spiritual key is a very powerful, because it unlocks a very important parts of yourself, but they're only going to be unlocked once you go through certain challenges. You have been through your own challenges, and this is your time. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm referring to. So once that happens, by the end of the actual February, you will find shortcuts to get where you want to get. Not only one shortcut, where you want to get, but you're also going to become aware of other ways, you know, which are going to become very delicious point of your life. And you will see exactly what I mean. So number 33, it's pretty much so you basically having this powerful motivation and the powerful progress in your life. And you know, on another hand, you know, somebody very successful and somebody who you really look up to, it's also going to be playing an important role. Maybe somebody who you like watching, maybe somebody who you listen to, maybe somebody who is in your life who really inspires you. But the one particular person is going to be playing such a mind-blowing role, and that person is meant to be in your life, because the inspiration that you're going to get through this person, it's also going to become your spiritual armor. You're going to get through someone who is meant to be in your life, whether that person is physically in your life or whether that person is someone who you watch and connect to. This in energy is important, because it's going to inspire you. But it's also going to be fantastic, superb when it comes to the time of your life that you were inactive. Okay, so it's all about this inspiration to move on, but also to kind of like get into this explorative mode, which is at the same time going to give you the bravery to move forward with your life in the, you know, at the time when so much doesn't make sense and it's just so much darkness outside, you know, we become really sensitive, and then we kind of like lose our way really quickly, very, very easy indeed. And when that happens, we are just like kind of floating in the space of darkness, you know, without realizing where is the way out. And the only way out is lots of people don't realize it's here, it's inside us, it's within us. So it's you taking this spiritual candle, lighting it, and just going forward, and do not ever give your spiritual candle away to somebody else, because this is not the way things work. Things needs to come from you, so you need to pay attention to your intuition, because you are going to have a resolution of an absolutely annoying, very heavy and very delicate problem in your life that caused you so much negativity. You're going to have a conclusion here, which is going to almost immediately going to bring you the process of healing into your life, because it's all about this satisfactory result that is going to bring you like a fulfillment in your life. But also you will know that it's about the inspiration that you will have. You will feel really artistic as well, and at the same time, you know, your very important part of your life was delayed because of this. So this is why this is so important. So very kind of a powerful compromise this is going to lead towards a very powerful compromise. And when you're doing things like that, you always have to be 100% yourself. Even if things don't make sense, you know, you just go strictly by your feeling. You go strictly by your subconscious mind. It is not going to lead you astray, especially not you, my gorgeous Capricornians, because you are like a naturally born psychic. And I always say this, and it's important to mention. This is going to bring you like a basically control over a very difficult situation in your life, and there is something challenging that you will come across, but then that challenge is going to become your strength, because that challenge is going to give you courage, that challenge is going to give you energy, determination. It's going to also give you so much confidence. You know, this is going to bring a really great accomplishment in your life, because that part of your life was making you really weak. So it's enough of this weakness. This is all about the number 13. Very strongly, it's a number 13 here that I'm feeling, not number 33. It's a numerology, the whole number, but number 13 I very strongly also feel here, and that is all to do with your transformation, and it's also to do with the time when it's not the best time to maybe invest into things and things like that, but it's more purely to do with your own personal transformation. So you're gonna feel like you want to try this, you want to try that, and every single feeling that you feel spontaneously, they're going to be few feelings, you know, few things that you will feel that you want to do, you want to try, you want to inspect, that it's just going to come completely out of the blue. And my advice is, my lord, it's not out of the blue. It's coming from somewhere very deep, very important, from a subconscious mind, you know. So this is something that you need to pay attention to. It is important. On another hand, you know, there is you will really kind of have a sign, very strong sign, at around the 10th of February. At around the 10th of February. On the 10th of February, it's very strong when it comes to you having a sign, baby. Strong sign that, you know, something very important is going to come into fruition in your life. Something so important, it's going to come into fruition in your life, but you just need to keep going. You need to keep going. This is the way you need to do. So this is the sign that you are going to have. So this is really, really important, because it's going to reflect on your own personal security. It's going to reflect on your own roots, spiritual roots, you know. And it's also going to kind of be like a very much so a very strong sign, you know, towards your own success. The way will be shown, and you will know that this is your path, you know. You're going to feel something so strong here within that it's going to be absolutely impossible again to ignore. Be open, you know. You need to understand to be open also to receive the healing and nurturing that you need. And in order to be open, you just need to basically kind of respond to things that are on your mind. And especially when you feel like, oh, I want to change this, I want to move this about. I know it sounds really weird, but I keep on saying that when we are going through the certain stages in our life and we feel like we want to kind of move things about within our immediate environment, this is always a really good sign, because you're doing something very beneficial. You're rejuvenating yourself, you're rejuvenating the energy around you, the stale energy, you know, but at the same time you become very magnetic and lots of ideas come to you at that moment in time. It's inspiring you while you're doing things. Whether you believe this or not, please trust me, it is true indeed. So this is the way these vibrations actually work. And also, you know, something is going to be required from you to respond to, like very important, like maybe official, you know, like something very official. It's going to be required from you to respond to, and again, you have to be true to yourself. So there is going to be the moment, yes, this month, when you're going to officially have to respond to something, you know, and again, you have to be very kind of, you need to stay true to yourself. You need to stay true to yourself. I don't know, I'm gonna scream. You need to stay true to yourself. I'm not screaming, but this is so important. So it's to do like with a bit of a justice, like a very strong feeling of justice that I'm having and seeing here. But at the same time, you just need to stay true to yourself, because by staying true to yourself, you are gonna find this so beneficial. You know, you're not gonna realize this almost immediately, okay? You know. But within like, I don't know, 24 months, in like about 24 to 36 months, you will see exactly how important it is and how important it was to actually stay true to yourself, okay? So this is an important aspect of your life. So when something officially comes up, when some kind of justice comes up and you need to respond to this, you have to stay true to yourself above everything else. You respond what you need to respond, what you think that you should respond. You act the way you think that you should act, not like how someone else wants you or think that you should act. But also, on another hand, you need to remain impartial and objective at the same time. So you need to stand up for what you believe, but also you need to understand all sides of the situation as well. It's really important. You know, this is something that also is going to lead towards a very powerful and emotional experience. And also, oh la la, it's going to lead towards somebody very special walking into your life as well. So it's worth to pay attention to this, my gorgeous Capricornians. Behave. Behave, Capricornians in the morning, now stranger in the night, Capricornians in the morning. Now honestly, you know, this is going to lead actually towards a very kind of beautiful and emotional experience, which is most certainly going to pave the path for someone very special who is about to walk into your life, whom you're going to have a very, very deep and unique relationship, you know. On another hand, this is also going to be the time when you are going to have an awakening of your own psychic abilities, you know, and spiritual insights. And I like this. And you will know when there is going to be the awakening of your spiritual abilities and psychic insights. It's going to happen at a time when you get an important message connected to something new. So you're gonna get an important message connected to something new at around this time. So this is when you know when this is actually going to take place. On another hand, you know, you're also gonna like basically you need to understand that this February, it's all about the structure and discipline, you know, accepting a leadership role in your life by giving a credit to yourself. You know, this is so important, because this is also going to be a butterfly moment. There is a very strong mind-blowing connection with February and March. So the February, it's going to be like much more significant than you can possibly imagine. Just remember to give a credit, to give a credit to your intuition. Just remember to just only do things and respond to things and people in your life in a way that makes sense to you. If something doesn't make sense to you, then just walk away and just don't waste your energy whatsoever, because you are going to come across some people this month who are having such an opposed opinions to you. And as I said before, it's keep on happening, you know. As I said before, you're so far gone with your opinions with these people. When you come across them, almost as like there will be the situation where you will want to prove something to someone, but I'm just saying to you to not to even waste your energy, because you know your opinion are just so different to this person's opinion that you're going to come across. You just preserve your energy. Don't waste your energy with people who don't mean anything to you. It's important, because it's only going to wind you up, and it's just going to like kind of waste your own energy. So this is something that I need you to remember. Your opinions are so like, oh my god, like you know, you're in Portugal and they are in like Germany, you know, that your opinions are so far apart. It's like mental. So there is absolutely no point. But this is your little sacred challenge here at the same time. The more smile on your face you manage to have when you have a people around like that, the better you're gonna be, the better outcome it's gonna be for you later on, because this is all gonna lead towards your own spiritual quest, because that is gonna lead towards you wanting more out of life. And this is gonna be a big moment for you, my gorgeous Capricornians. Indeed, this is why this is so important. You are gonna start something so significant, a new project, which is going to change your life. It is only the beginning. You need to understand this, but this, you know, every step of the way, things are gonna start making more sense to you, just purely the way you feel when you project things, you know, towards those things that you want to make happen. When it comes to putting more energy towards certain ideas, this is something that you need to do. Please, it's so important. Although the energy of February, it's going to seem like, oh my god, dark lallish, but no baby, no. This same energy, I know it sounds mental, but this same energy you can use into your own advantage, because you can manipulate this energy and make the most of it. You just need to go through, you need to cut through it, baby. And you cut through this energy by projecting energy towards things that are making you feel alive, towards things that are making you feel inspiring, towards things that are making you feel creative. This is your answer. Your passion is your power. Your power is your passion. Just remember, your passion is your power. Your power is your passion. This is your mantra throughout February 2022. Very important for you to remember, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. So now I'm just going to go on the first date, but before I go there, I just need to show you one of the most beautiful crystals that I've actually had, one of the most beautiful pendants. This is the brand new line that I have in my store. It's a red jasper, and it's not only just beautiful, but it's an extremely powerful stone when it comes to like basically our own protection, when it comes to like its incredible grounding properties, this is the stone of endurance and protection, but it's also kind of like a fantastic when it comes to our own passion. So when we find ourselves doing something that we are very passionate about, this helps us to stay on top of things, you know, it re-energizes us. But also even more, even better, when we are projecting our energy towards something that we want to achieve, you know, by having a red jasper, you know, we just make it so much more meaningful to us, because energy goes so much longer, you know. And also we protect ourselves from the actual it drives evil spirits away, and it's so dark at the moment out there, you know. Just this negativity in itself that we have all been going through is creating all sorts of energy and vibration and all sorts of portals, you know, within the spirits world, you know, where the spirits come through backwards and forwards, but then at the same time they're around us all the time. Bad, because we have been through so much, we become quite sensitive, and then when we become quite sensitive, you know, negative energy or negative evil spirits can tap within our you know, it can affect our own balance. So this is why this is so important to have for February, March, and even April. This gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, I have to say that. So thank you very much. Okay, so the first important date is going to be on the 1st of February. Now this is all about you feeling very active, you know, and prior the 1st of February, like about a week earlier, within the week before that, you had some kind of a conflict, you know, not necessarily aggressive or anything like that, but maybe you had a bit of a misunderstanding with someone, you know, there was some kind of a conflict. So that now, that conflict on the 1st of February 2022, it's really going to kind of like work in a really great way for you, because you will want to move yourself away from the situation, or maybe certain person or group of people people who no longer kind of serve your life in any positive way whatsoever. Just remember how I said it's important to avoid people who are down, dark, negative, downer. You know, there is no point to do this, because you're just like kind of like giving your own energy away. Do not give your own energy away, because that's no way to live this life. So this is something that you need to remember. It's all going to lead towards the 1st of February. You walking through this powerful portal of your life where you're going to feel very powerful activity and determination. And this is to do with your own experience. So don't forget this. It's to do with your own experience, but it's going to require from you to be analytical as you possibly can when you go about it. And this is to do with an idea. And what I find absolutely mind-blowing, my gorgeous Capricornius, is the connection, it's the synchronicity, it's the power, it's the vibration that I feel, because it's that very powerful energy. It's attached to the actual number 1, the 1st of February 2022. But by the time you get to the actual 16th of February, by the time you get to the 16th of February, you will see that, you know, there is already going to be a very important invitation and opportunity that you're going to become aware that is going to arise in your life. And it's pretty much so to do with your own advancement, with the next step. You know, it's going to be connected with a certain request that you're going to find quite challenging, but you're going to do it absolutely. This is something that is going to be so easy for you, so much easier that you could possibly imagine. You know, this same idea is bringing you the opportunity by the 16th of February 2022. How cool is that? Very important indeed, because that in itself is going to start process of change, you know, progress and movement in your life. And it's also going to allow you to make really important decisions. And there is going to be quite a powerful message that you are going to have along the way when it comes to the previously things that you have been focusing on. So it's pretty much so to do with an outcome of the past efforts. And that in itself is also going to really kind of slide into your life really at a perfect time, because it's just going to reflect the path, highlight the path that you are on, highlight the path that you need to do, and highlight the point of your life that you need to kind of go towards, because it just makes sense, you know. So this is something that you need to pay attention. It's going to lead towards your own security, but don't also just remember, do not mess it up. No, I'm joking. You're going to be absolutely fine. Okay, so the second important date, my gorgeous Capricornius, before I go there, this is another gorgeous pendant. These are my brand new lines. These are probably the most beautiful pendants I've had. Like, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a porcelain jasper. Remarkable for emotional protection, relaxation. When we are dealing with difficult and sensitive issues, you know, it's an absolutely A must for our personal stability. And we have been through so much. We have been through a lot. So it's a natural to keep on worrying. It's a natural to be negative every now and then, because it's the pure reflection of everything that's happening around us. So now basically this is something that really helps you, you know, when you feel low, negative, dark, bizarre, when you feel a little bit of Twilight Zone-ish energy, when the vibration is bizarre, when you feel like spaced out, you know, in February, March and April, you know, there is still a lot going to be going on. So this is something that is almost immediately going to bring you right back down. Nice, gentle grounding, but it's also going to kind of like make you aware of exactly what you should be focusing on, instead of like wasting your energy. This gorgeous porcelain jasper comes with the actual sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel. I have to say that. So thank you very much, my gorgeous Capricornius. So now the next important date is going to be on the 16th of February. I really like this. Jerusalem, ikayala mingi londolose. I love this so much. The 16th of February, it's all about the Jerusalem moment. I love this so much. Jerusalem, ikayala mingi londolose. I love this so much. You know, because this is all about you coming home to yourself, to your own spirituality, to realize your own essence, to realize how powerful you are. This is going to help you so much to make sense of things that absolutely don't make sense, you know, and it's important. And even if you're not going to completely understand things that don't make sense, but you will know this energy pull is going to be like absolutely everything. Because this 16th of February, this is the time when you are going to become aware of an important success in your life. This is almost immediately going to become like a gain, and because you are going to overcome absolutely giant obstacle here and a challenge as well. And this in itself is going to put you on an advanced stage when it comes to your life, because you will see what you didn't see through your own victory. This is a victory that is going to really help you out, you know, with a certain anxiety and negativity that you had so far over the last 8 months especially. So this in itself is going to lead, so it's not only victory, baby, but this is also going to lead towards a very successful negotiation later on. And this in itself is going to make you even more responsible to yourself, more responsible to your own creativity, but also more responsible to what you have learned, because you have learned a very, very, very huge and massive lesson here. This lesson was so important because, you know, this lesson was so important to you because it just kind of helped you to grow so much, and it's going to help you to avoid things, you know, to not to repeat things that you don't want to repeat, to not to take a path that you took before and you don't want to take it before, you know. So this is pretty much so going to put you on the path where you're going to feel a very strong reflection on the past. Just remember, strong reflection from the past, it's going to bring you an insight. You remember what I said to you at the beginning of this reading, and this is going to lead towards, you know what, towards future opportunities ahead, okay, towards coming events, okay, towards, you know, very important plans that are going to work out really, really well for you. But on another hand, pay attention to in between the 16th and the 21st of February, also very important news when it comes to the actual, you know, this is something that you really expected, and I'm feeling a very strong like a vibration and energy and connection with the last April 2021. It's having a very strong connection with this now here, and this emotionally connected, this emotionally pretty much so it made you very emotionally confused, you know. It made you, you know, it brought so much emotional confusion. And because it's pretty much so also to do with lots of people, or it's pretty much so to do with somebody who's so important to you, somebody who's so precious to you, somebody who means to you so much, somebody who's so important to you, like, oh my God, in so many different ways, you know. So it's like a really very complex situation. So resolved things have been since, but then at the same time, this is also going to be a huge, massive stepping point here. So it's about like a very good news when it comes to that, but also it's what you expected. But then even more importantly, what I find very interesting is that through that you're gonna realize important desires that you will want to do, and that in itself is also going to start the process of your personal promotion when it comes to your life, okay. And you know, this is so important, this good news that I'm talking about, because it's pretty much so going to answer a huge, massive, enormous question to you as well. You know, the huge, massive, enormous question is going to be answered by the 23rd of February. Indeed, the last part, the last date, is going to be on the 25th of February, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know. Now this is important for you karmically to actually pay attention to, because it's going to require from you to be really clever little kitty, you know, clever like a cat. And you are clever like a cat, you know. I love cats. I love all animals, by the way. All animals are smart, clever, intelligent, you know. Don't trust what they say. You know, I've been brought up with so much nonsense. Like they were telling me like the fish is stupid, the fish is having 2-second memory. What a nonsense, you know. How dare we, you know, to even think like that about animals. Animals have got like a power to think just like we do. They're living creatures, they're living beings, every single one of them, you know. So they're not silly, they're not stupid, you know what I mean. But we've been brought up with so much. But anyway, yeah, so basically, yeah, so when it comes to like the being intelligent, smart, clever, it's like a cat that I would explain this feeling, because you must be smart here. The 25th of February is going to bring the moment where something unfinished will require your attention. You need to finish this. Because you finishing this, it's in itself going to start process of a mind-blowing unfoldment by the end of the month. But most importantly, you're going to avoid the devil. You're going to avoid the devilish person. Okay, so this is why something unfinished will require your attention, and by doing this you will avoid the devil, and this is important to do. So all you need to do is you need to understand that you're also in between the 25th of February and the end of that month, you're gonna have an absolutely miraculous ability to learn, to absorb, to realize, to study. There is a lot going to be on your mind. I can't even describe this, but most importantly, remember to stay committed to the task at hand, because by staying committed to yourself and to things that make sense to you, you stay on your path, but you're also going to go over very, very difficult obstacle. And the difficult obstacle that you will go through, my gorgeous Capricornians, you see this, my goodness, yeah, it's going to help you to protect yourself. It's going to help you to not to repeat like the same thing that you've done before, because it's just going to end up as you feeling like you can't, like you're having your hands tied at the back, you know, like you can't move on. So this is important, because when you do this, you know, you also at the same time, you need to understand that this is going to lead towards, you know, the new beginning. It's an ending and then the new beginning as well. So this is something I need you to realize. So it's all about you being creative by you. The more creative you are, the more beneficial this is going to be. The more you respond to things that you know you enjoy doing, the more, you know, the more things are going to make sense. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. So now I'm just going to see briefly what to pay attention to in the first part of February, mid part of February, and the last part of February. The first part of February, you are gonna realize this strength that you are gonna have back. Your personal power, you know, your personal power is going to make you realize that you're stronger than you actually knew. So this is the magical moment. I'm not saying that you didn't think that you were strong, but you will see exactly what I mean. And this is when things are going to start getting going for you. The mid part of February, you will feel very strongly to move on. And you know what? Absolutely yes. You will have enough of something, the certain life. You will want more. And absolutely 100% yes. You are going to find yourself on a spiritual quest, and you're going to find yourself having ideas, and you're going to find yourself choosing to make big life changes. And that in itself, it's almost like a few days later, going to lead towards exactly which priorities in your life you should be paying attention to, because it's going to lead towards the change of priorities. The last part of February, please, this is what I need to stress. Do not waste your energy on people who don't mean anything to you. Don't try to explain things to people who can't understand you. Don't try to explain things to people who are so far gone. Please try to protect your energy. I do see you being very passionate about trying to prove your point, but please try to kind of really avoid conflict as much as you possibly can. Please. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Capricornians, I'm going to... Capricornius, raise your vibration. Capricornius, raise your vibration. Capricornius, 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 pam 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 pam. 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 I love you so much, my gorgeous Capricornians. I didn't knock anything this time. And now I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. You know, I really like this because it's all about success over unsatisfied desires. You know, there was a problem that you had, you know, over the last 5 months, maybe a little bit of argument, maybe a little bit of conflict and things like that, and that created a very big obstacle. And this is to do with the last 5 months. So now, you know, this is going to be a very successful moment in time because it's going to be resolved. And I'm so happy because this was affecting you. So you're going to come to terms with something, and that in itself is going to be your own victory, because it's going to lead towards a very big difficulty coming to an end, which is going to need you give you much needed stability. And that stability is going to make you realize, both of you, something so special and something so important, something so unique. It's going to bring the new stage in your life. The new stage is going to bring you new power. This is so big for those of you in relationship, and those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Capricornius. It's just basically, I really like this because now, after quite a while, for a while you had this determination that you want to find someone rather vavavumish, you know. For a while you have been thinking about it, but for a while you just kind of like maybe you were just going to the wrong places. It wasn't meant to happen. It was always the wrong person, and then you will find someone, and then you will just always find something really quickly about that person that you don't like necessarily. Maybe you will just think that they remind you of someone who you don't like, and then it will just go on from that moment in time to nothing. So that's why it's just so important for you to understand that, you know, this is so important. Listen, at around the 11th of February, you are going to have a very strong determination. You're going to feel like, oh la la, I'm ready to find someone. Now this is the really powerful moment that you're going to have, because you're going to be ridiculously wise. Something is going to come to you so important, and something like maybe to go somewhere. But then again, this is going to come from the highest part of your own spiritual penetration. So some kind of like idea is going to get to you. It's going to come to you where you should go, what you should do, and that idea in itself is going to put you on a path with someone very special. There is someone very interesting that is about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Capricornius, and that person is going to help you in so many different ways. It's going to be remarkable. But even if you don't meet that person like in February, it could be like a March and April, it doesn't really matter. But this idea that is going to come to you, that is going to make you feel very determined, you know, it's to do with a new initiative. That is going to bring you new strength, you know. It's going to bring you at the same time like a deep emotional feeling, and it's going to make you put you in the stage of like exploring the certain part of your life. That exploration is going to require from you to go somewhere different, somewhere new. And this is your answer where this person is going to be. It is not going to be that long, my gorgeous Capricornius, whatsoever. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.